my friends, and welcome to the round of 8, also known as the quarterfinals. My name is hi-rez. Joining me once again is DM Brandon, and we are going to be taking a look at the 5 Angry Men versus Snipe Gaming. Two teams that have been around for a long time. 5 Angry Men, known formerly as Denial. Hell, do you remember what they were called before they were Denial? I can't remember.
Well, Zap was on
It wasn't Pro
Curse with Pon Pon. And then I have no idea. No.
Payne and Jeff and those guys, they were all called Jeff Hinla on that one team.
Oh,
remember there was
Myoelectric.
Myoelectric, that's what it was, yes. Myoelectric becomes Denial. And now
it was the 3 Jeff Hinlas.
5 Angry Men, yeah. Jeff Hinla, Jeff Z Hinla, and Jeff Hinlas, I believe it was.
Well, I think one of them was Kiki.
Yeah, it was like Kiki Star, Jeff, and Payne of Beyond, I think.
Gunmetal. Yeah.
Yeah, but let's take a look quickly, guys, at the brackets here. As you do see them coming up, we can take a look at the path that got us here. Team Dignitas beating out Netflix Gaming and Team Vengeance on their way. Torch does take that win over Resist. They'll be facing off against the boys in yellow and black. On the bottom side of the bracket, the Game Changers going through Diligence and Full Moon, who we saw in the first matchup. And over on the other side of the bracket, Cog versus Return. Cog going through List Crew and Droid. Snipe going to beat out Team Captain and Insania Gaming, going up against 5 Angry Men, who probably had one of the harder paths here, beating out a Mighty Storm to go up against Snipe in the game we're about to cover out of the bottom side of the round of 8. So that coming up any moment, guys.
So things to note here, guys. Dare to Care, formerly of
Vex Gaming says chat.
Vex.
Only Jeff was on Mayo.
Only Jeff was on Mayo, so they were on Vex.
Vex Gaming.
Okay. Remember Mayo, though?
Myoelectric, yeah, I remember them.
And Vex, I think both of them were like major contenders in like the first real season that we put together for the PAX tournament.
Yeah, they were. That little mini season.
That was fun. The good old days.
Yeah.
Before tier.
That pre-tier times. Back when it was all about who picked Thor.
Oh, man. Or even earlier, who didn't pick Thor? Shing.
Right.
All right, but things to note for this game, guys. Dare to Care, formerly the support for Cognitive Gaming, 3 members of Denial Esports, and then, nope, not 3 members of Denial Esports. 2 members of Denial Esports.
Oh, the Pern?
Oh, no, 3 members of Denial. Where is...
Is this real life?
Where's Dare to Care?
The D2F? I guess the D2F disband?
They didn't play today. I know they didn't check in. DJ Pernicus.
I mean, there's Pern.
Is on this team. Whether he is...
This is their roster.
Holy hell. Okay.
Well, DJ Pernicus going to be the jungler, I would imagine, here, in replacement of Dare to Care.
You know, and I like this. I like this replacement, if only for the fact that DJ Pernicus is just as angry as Dare to Care.
Yes, both angry men.
Yeah. So there's no major change here. The only
so we're here. Pern is a permanent member of this roster. And
now, is he going to be supporting?
Madman Mark, maybe not. Is that what I just heard from production? Is that right? Okay.
Huh.
Madman Mark may be a sub, but Pern is a permanent member.
What a weird day. All right, bans coming out here. Starting off, 5 Angry Men going to ban out Bots, and Zeus Snipe Gaming going to take away Bastet. I'm thinking we're going to see a Thor pick in this game. I'm thinking Shing's going to be the guy.
This is their full roster, okay? All 5 members are permanent, at least for this week. But this is at least their new roster. The 5 Angry Men will be moving forward with. So
as captain, I got to assume that D2F is just done.
Yeah, that's right. And I think that also, as we were speculating before, like were those players Kiki Star and Bozo or something like that? And I guess they are. Yeah.
Wow. All right, so Uller going to be first picked here. Sumo Kong still on the table, as well as Odin. This could be an Odin jungle opportunity, but I know that Snipe is really looking for a Thor pick. And Tyr and I love it. Tyr and Thor locked in. Tyr probably going to be your solo laner. Wow. That's going to be Wolfie. And then, of course, Thor locked in for Shing. That's going to be your jungler. Let me tell you guys something at home. For the past couple weeks, we have all been toying with Thor and a different leveling system. And if Shing decides to level his 1 instead of his 3, of course, there's attunement instead of Berserker Barrage, it's straight up like 700 damage.
It's so much damage if you hit both of them.
I love it.
DM Odin is going to make it through to the 3rd picking stage and hasn't been insta-locked by Payne.
I think they're practicing for next week.
Yeah, must be. As the Bash brothers of the Norse Pantheon getting picked up by Snipe, and over here, 5 Angry Men also taking a look at 2 Norse gods.
Odin.
Okay. Let's get real here, Mace. John Quay, he locked it in.
He locked it in. Does he realize the patch hasn't hit yet?
Does he realize that they have Odin.
And Scylla's still on the table?
Maybe he likes the Zhang Kui matchup versus Scylla, because Poseidon's already banned.
I have no analysis.
I have only words of encouragement for Mace to the face here in the mid lane
Good
on
luck.
Zhang Kui. Good luck, buddy.
We saw Cloud9 pull this, and everyone in the chat was like, oh, no, he's still good. He'll do it. And Sio got kind of stomped, and he's like, sorry, guys, I shouldn't have done that.
Sure. Well, maybe they want to prove something here. It's
in
Chalk
the
now going to pick
world?
up. Snipe is going to draft 5 bruisers here.
I mean,
I'm calling it right now.
There's no ADC pick here unless they're going to go 4 physical against Odin.
Oh my.
That doesn't seem like a good idea. Ban phase, we're going back to it. I'm kind of flabbergasted. I play this game a lot. I see a lot of weird things happen. This so far is very weird.
Wow.
All right, Baby going to be banned out there, likely for the solo lane. I'm not sure what made them think that was going to happen, especially with Aphrodite and Chang'e and Ross still all on the table. But Baby will be banned out. Vamana is gone. Ban phase back over. It looks like option's going to be going to 5 Angry Men. Only a few seconds remain here. Bart, what are you going to look for?
Oh, jeez Louise.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's the answer to that. It's going to be Apollo ban here, man.
But Apollo, when you're Uller, why wouldn't they ban the Neath?
I guess they don't want to deal with split push.
Was I asleep for a week?
Dude, they're going to pick Freya for their hunter, I bet.
Okay, I mean, that would make the most sense here. I mean, they can't opt to draft another physical. That would just put them in the worst situation available. But option over to 5 Angry Men. We're looking for likely our jungler here, as well as possibly a solo laner. Zhang Kui more than likely going to be going mid. He could be going solo as well. Scylla already locked in there for Snipe. That's going to go to Jerb. I don't know what they're going to pick. They have me on the ropes here.
Let's see. They want to round this team out probably with
Bakasura, of course.
Clearly, Bakasura and Aphrodite are going to be the picks that you need.
I have actually seen Pernicus been playing a lot of Bakasura, which leads me to believe that he is going to be the jungler. All right, Dare to Care was the jungler.
Oh, right. Of course, it'll be Hunter Kronos. Duh.
Of course, Allied refuses to play gods that are supposed to be played in his role because Allied doesn't give a damn about the meta. So Kronos, Freya, Nuwa, he loves mage ranged. So we're probably going to see, Kronos and Chalk go to lane together.
Am I in Europe right now? I mean, Bakasura, Zhang Kui draft going up against the old Kronos Chalk tier Thor. Wow, this is going to be a great game.
This is going to be awesome. The only thing that I'm super worried about is the fact that Aphrodite has been given up, and really, tier Thor, the issue here is that she can Undying Love out of the combo. But then 18 seconds later, when everything's back off cooldown, doesn't have that opportunity again.
But I think they drafted Bakasura to go up against Chalk in the solo lane, but Chalk is going to be going to Incontinentia, who's going to be running support for Jerb. Whoa, it's going to be Allied Incontinentia duo?
Are those names right?
Yeah. I mean, in the game client, that's right.
I remember Jerb loved Kronos in mid back when you could hand the whole wave. He would take hand for mid, go in, pull the things together, get level 2 immediately, and then kill someone immediately. But that doesn't work if Hand of the Gods only kills 3 creeps.
This is an interesting strat, man.
I am so pumped to get into this game, Bart. It's been so long
and
since
it's Jungle Baka.
Yeah, man, Jungle Baka. Mace is going mid. Rush is going. Yeah, dude, this looks awesome, Bart. Like,
I gotta tell you, Odin shout with Bakasura.
Oh yeah,
is absurd.
Same thing, hey, don't sleep on the Zhang Kui auto attacks, man.
That's right. So yeah, Down to Frag did disband. Production's telling us, so it's not just a trade for Pern. Down to Frag gone. Pern on to the 5 Angry Men, and Bakasura Odin shout with an Aphrodite Undying Love is about 2,000 damage while he's immune. I'm gonna say, give or take, by the time he gets an attack speed item up. So this is gonna be pretty nuts. You're gonna have cap true damage auto attacking Bakasura with Aphrodite support going up against basically 5 damage dealers for Snipe. Not much in the way of beefcake here, but it's going to be a hell of a game.
These are 2 incredible lineup guys. We're going to be switching over to a quick cut screen while we get everything set up for our 3rd round game. Again, guys, this is 5 Angry Men versus Snipe, and this is going to be a game you're not going to want to miss.
You definitely don't
Make sure you are hashtagging SWS, or SWC, rather, excuse me, and tweeting at SmitePro.
SWS? South by Southwest or South
that
by West?
is
South
actually Sayerwood South. It's a part of Overage where I grew up. All right, so don't judge me.
Okay. But I do want to see someone. Let's raise some genres in trad as well, because we're gonna see Jean Quay in tournament play for the first time in a while. But we will be right back, as DM said. Snipe versus 5-Finger Men is next. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our third game coverage today. The 5-Finger Men versus Snipe out of the round of 8, and this one is gonna be an interesting game. We'll see how it goes. My guess, very snowbally, as these are some unconventional picks. But let's introduce the teams. They are the Order team wearing the blue trunks, fighting on the bottom of the minimap in the left side of your spectator UI. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 Angry Men. They are Madman Mark and Paintavion pairing up for the Uller Odin dual lane. DJ Perdiccas out of the jungle as Bakasura. Mace to Deface in the mid lane as Jean Quay. And it will be rushed in the solo lane as Aphrodite. Their opponents today, from the Chaos side of the map, wearing the red trunks, top side of your minimap, right side of your spectator UI. Ladies and gentlemen, Snipe Gaming North America. You'll have Shing in the jungle as Thor. Allied will be pairing up with Incontinentia in the duo lane. Priscilla and Chalk. It'll be Gerbs in the mid lane as Kronos, and Wolfie in the solo lane as Tyr.
So, right off the bat here, aside from the crazy picks that we're seeing, not too much craziness going on, though DJ Perdiccas has opted away from the normal red pot start and started Bumba's Mask into Rage of the Gods. That's going to be hand 2, ensuring that that has a 1-minute cooldown. I think we can expect him to be going for the camp all the way on the top side at the roughly 1-minute mark. He's going to try to go in there and try to steal it away.
Yeah. You would expect that. He'll have that early hog as well. Is he shading over towards the... So no, it's got to be rushed. There's no way they can do that. And apparently, 5 Angry Men is Easy Elo is their tag these days.
I love Rush's start here. He has opted into Breastplate, kind of an homage to the fact that both the solo and the jungler that he'll be fighting for the most part of the game are going to be going for that, physical. I mean, they're physical damage characters, so stripping that away immediately is a very good start for him.
I also want to point out here, DM, you cannot miss the Kronos ult. So according to lore, Jerby will be the most effective player on the map today.
I had no idea where you were going to go with that. That's true. You cannot miss the ult. You can miss the 3, though.
You can miss the 3.
So he has started with a pot to ensure that his push potential is going to equal out to Mace, who is forced back. Mace has taken, it looks like, Exorcism and Exposed Evil. Book of Demons not online quite yet. You don't see that scroll flying around him. Left side, a lot of push coming out. It looks like Allied on that AD Scylla opportunity is pushing forward, but I mean, Paintavion just jumps into creeps as the support, and Madman Mark's able to burn that wave down without any pressure whatsoever.
But Jerby is just, I mean, this mid lane, he owns it right now.
He is
almost out of
one
mana,
the
base to the face.
Well, check out the right lane. Perdiccas and Rush are both sitting under the tower, and they've taken a lot of damage. Shing using that Mjolnir's attunement, man, it's not to be slept on.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it on the way back doing so much damage as well. But Jerby continuing to just way outpace face to face in mid lane. And this is bad news for 5 Angry Men. I mean, Jean Quay, granted, he is not really so much in favor, but he's really more of kind of an AoE team fight based god. And Snowball Kronos, if this goes on and he goes do more, he's gonna destroy everyone.
Kronos is... Oh, wait. Shing's coming in here a little bit too soon. No gank even pretending. I have no idea. I guess he's just leeching experience, and now he's walking away.
He's just bouncing around the map, having a good time, doing Shing stuff.
So it should be noted that DJ Perdiccas has not used that Hand of the Gods effectively, has not been using it, and I think its duration did not rotate to that camp sooner, and doesn't have it up right now, meaning overall he hasn't been really abusing that so far. And we do get pings coming out over onto the bottom camp. Whether he intends to share this or whether he intends to just push it down, I'm not sure. But so far he is level 4. He's tied up, or rather he was tied up with Shing, is now level 5. And keep an eye out for the skies as Anvil of Dawn is online.
Yeah, you know, maybe with this Bumba's Mask hand 2 start, Perdiccas is looking to share these camps with, people often and early. Bumba's Mask helping you split that experience, or rather not split the experience, as it were.
Yes.
Perdiccas looking towards the left side of the map here, still looking for level 5 as well. Gonna leech a bit of experience away from the duo lane now, hitting his level 5, and hey, if he finds the counter initiation on the Thor, it's a pretty quick and easy turnaround.
So left lane, we have a Chalk Scylla versus Odin Uller. More tried and true. Madman Mark in a lot of trouble, taking 4 sources of damage. Shing coming down. Mjolnir's attunement teleport. Berserker Barrage, and that's going to be it. Shing will find first blood, and that's something you never want to see happen.
Yeah, I mean, this was the... this is really where Shing made his name on the competitive scene, playing Thor early on. Really in that hyper-aggressive style. Really, Thor and Fenrir being hit the primary gods we think of with Shing, and And it looks like back to his old ways here, finding the first blood. No camp steals, though, which is really what he would go for almost always, those early invades, especially with Thor, Berserk Barrage. Tremendous ability with the passive on Thor at this stage in the game. Hurry going to play aggressive against Jerby here in the mid, going to hand down the camps and move on back to him, but early game advantage is definitely going the way of Snipe. They have Jerb farming up really effectively over Mace to the face, and they also find the first blood on their ganker on Thor, so momentum in the way of Snipe.
Yeah, 1,800 experience in the lead right now. I mean, that's a huge push. I mean, that's largely in part to Jerby being level 7. Wave to wave right now. It looks like Mace to the face is having a lot of trouble. You can see a lot of the pressure has been pushed, has forced him actually back. And though he has cleared most of this wave, still not level 7. I'm interested to see if he's going to hit it off this or Jerby has that big of an exchange, and he does. Jerb was level 7 that entire wave part, which means he is at least 8 creeps ahead of Mace to the face right now. That's a much bigger deal than people are going to give him credit for. I mean, especially going up against John.
So, looking around the map now, DM gold per minute is pretty in favor right now. It's like Jerby, the first one, over 300. Shing right behind him, just breaching 300 as well. 265 the top farm on the 5 angry men, and Snipe continues to pull ahead.
We're going to see Rushed here, level 2 in the silver breastplate, picking up shoes as well. He has about 200 gold in hand, meaning he's about 1,000 gold away from finishing up that breastplate of valor. You know, he's getting some mana, he's getting some protections, of course.
That's tough.
This is 1,500 gold. Now, Pernicus is coming. He has the ultimate. He can clean up. These are AoE attacks. This could do a lot. Cripple. Here he goes!
Ooh, Snipe gets it, but Incontinentia getting very, very low. The Ghost not going to be enough as it stops Chainlink. Wolfie going to continue in, trying to find Pern. But, nope, going to miss it, but he's going to cancel it cleverly and back into the blue stance cleave. Wolfie, a very, very experienced tier player there, and showing you exactly why. Most players sit there and lament their Fearless not hitting.
Right.
Wolfie's going to go ahead and cancel it out and find the kill anyway.
That's right. I mean, Fearless can be canceled into power cleave at almost any point. So the sooner you do it, the better. You do it right after the second hit, gives you more opportunity to keep them in the air. You do it in the blue stance. You can cancel Fearless directly into power cleave and increase your damage overall, looking for that full kill combo. And right there, like you said, Wolfie shows his experience and knowledge of the character. And unfortunately, they didn't find anything on 5 a.m. I mean, Incon just kind of hit against the wall there and goes, I hope nobody sees me.
Yeah, the last Ghost not getting channeled out by Mace to the face there. Just not enough to pick up the kill onto the greedy support of Chalk here. It does have the combat boots as well. Not going to be building any kind of tankiness. Triple Death Soul and a Pen Boot start for Shing, Wolfie, and Incontinentia on the way of Snipe, which means early game damage is going to be in their favor.
Shing with a cute rotation into mid lane to stop those 2 creeps from getting into the tower as well. 3,000 gold, 4,600 experience so far. You know, the strange picks of Zhang Kuei and Bakasura and maybe even the roster change have not panned out for 5 angry men, as Snipe and their veteran teamwork have just completely controlled this game. Now, I want to look a little bit at the player damage here. Everyone right now is over 1,000 damage on Snipe, and Allied actually is over 2K on
his I'm a Monster did hit.
That's true.
In the first engagement, which is a quick 600 there, plus the crush damage is pretty easy to confirm. Although with Chalk, you know, I maybe would have preferred to see Kumba as the support in this lane. It's just,
I mean, I don't think they're arguing right now with how well this has been going. Incon leaving the base right now has finished up his Warrior Tabby and does have level 2 hand, or now Rage of the Gods available to him. Pernicus rotates in to get some experience here, but you're looking at the board. Jerby's 11, Mace is 9, Shing is 9, Pernicus is 8. I mean, in every lane, we're seeing a guaranteed push because Snipe controls the experience and gold in every role right now.
Yeah, now Jerby's pulled ahead of Mace to the face by 2 levels in the mid lane here, which is never a good sign, and the Kronos continues to easily clear this lane. Finding all of the damage that he wants in the world right now, and it looks like it's going to be Pen Boots right into what appears to be a Demonic Grip being picked up, and look how much Mace to face is just getting chunked, and it's just going to get worse as the Demonic Grip gets finished. He's able to shred some of that protection and hit those time stops consistently, and that is Jerby, one of the best players in the world when it comes to specifically Kronos and specifically hitting those high-risk skill shots. With their kind of required setup with Demonic Grip, he's just not an easy god to really play super duper effectively, and Jerby has really put in the time, specifically on Kronos here. And you know what, DM, I expect to see Kronos making a big kind of
first we're going to expect to see Pernicus jump in. Ally gets crippled here, but still manages to get out painted beyond. Can't be happy about that one. But then again, neither can Allied, as Alma Monster is wasted in turn. Incon rotates in, and another double ult thrown away there for 5 a.m.
Yeah, they're just not finding any kills. Well, quite obviously they have 0 kills, but I mean 4-0 in favor of Snipe at this stage in the game, and Snipe has the. I don't know if Snipe has the late game. That's a tough call. I mean, Allied's gonna go nuts.
Right.
Jerby's gonna go nuts.
Jing
will fall off around 35 minutes.
Maybe even a little bit sooner. When he starts to get like level 16, level 17, if 5 AM is able to keep up, the damage is not going to matter. Right now, Thor's looking for, I stunned you, you're dead. Late game is going to be like, I stunned you, hopefully Scylla can follow up.
Right now, the Zhang Kui for 5 Angry Men is basically just kind of channeling damage until he gets a Gem of Isolation, it seems like. He's not going to be contributing too much to the fights. Pernicus a bit behind, Madman Mark as well, but Baka, Uller, Odin, Aphrodite, late game probably takes this game if it goes past 40 minutes and they're not down by more than 10k gold.
I mean, you had me at Aphrodite, honestly. I mean, the way that she can control with healing, on top of the fact that she has multiple forms of CC and invincibility, I mean, that could really play a big part in it. But for right now, Wolfie is doing a great job of keeping her down. Though it should be noted that Rush aims for defense. I mean, he hasn't died yet, and he was kind of in a kill lane going up against Thor and Tyr. That's a lane that's looking for blood. Given the fact that her builds allowed her to stay in this far, I think it's a good pick, but it should be noted that she has finished Shoes of Focus here, as opposed to finishing the breastplate. Not sure if she's going to revisit it, but if she does, she's 600 gold away.
Yeah, I expect it probably will be the breastplate. There's not a lot that can hurt her when she has that item going. I mean, this is something that really surprised me looking at some of the math, is that, I mean, if you, at level 20 on basically any mage with a Breastplate of Valor, you're looking at about 65 to 70% mitigation against physical damage. Based on your base scaling plus that one item. So a single physical item pickup onto a mage really shouldn't be discounted as giving them quite a bit more tankiness, especially as the levels continue to accelerate. And sitting at level, you know, where's Rush? Level 12 now, plus a breastplate, he's going to be mitigating 40% plus of the damage coming in before 10.
Wolfie looking for something. Speaking of Rush, as he's forced out, you see him walking through the jungle just to be able to get back to his lane safely. Left side Allied having no problem here against both Madman Mark and Pain. To be honest, we get a rush in from Xing. Mjolnir's Tomb is going to look for it. Oh my god, the combos! I'm a monster raining down. Allied, though, could be in some trouble. Pernicus getting some damage off, chasing to the wrong target. Xing is in no threat as Mace finally gets back in there, doing some serious damage, but no. Oh, just managed to get that ghosted channel. That was very close, but they find their first kill. Incom looking to just, I guess, recap this, but I don't know if he has the damage to burn down Pain with one shot.
But there's Wolfie. There's a Wolfie. Fearless! No, not going to hit. Lawbringer not there. Here comes the Fearless Shade. He's going to get stunned out under tower. Wolfie in a lot of trouble. DJ Pernicus is going to be the one to fall. Wolfie needs to heal back up. Not going to take it. Going to take a spill now. Here comes Rush. Rush going to find a lot of damage. On to Incon. Not going to be enough for a kill as the rains of healing wash over him. He's going to run out of there. But a nice trade for 5 Bigger Men. It's a 2 for 3, it looks like there, with an early pickup starting. But you know, they do get some kills on the board, and they have some nice rotations.
Level 13 though, I'm not behind that.
And they find that's a tough trade for Snipe. And Wolfie goes too deep there, clearly. He should have blinked it. I guess he blinked to gain some speed moving over. We don't see if the blink was on cooldown or not when that went in, but I'm assuming that blink was not on cooldown, so he went for the ultimate in. And generally speaking, you do want to save your Lawbringer to get out of it.
So, I mean, Mace finally making his first showing of this. He gets 2 kills overall in that, you know, he's sitting at 2 kills. 6,400 gold right now, still puts him behind, I mean, way behind Jerby. He's behind Wolfie. He's about tied with Xing at this point. Really, this falls on the shoulders of DJ Pernicus. We need to see Pern getting into these engagements and following up, but given the fact that his Fatalis was second and not first, he hasn't been able to keep up with the I guess, the just overall escape potential that Snipe has. You know, there's a Tumit. We have the Lawbringer and Blink, not to mention 2 Fearlesses coming out from Tyr. Jerby has Rewind and a stun on top. Allied has, you know, the Sentinel to jump away, and then Incontinentia, I mean, you're not going to be looking for the tank kill. So DJ Pernicus hasn't had the potential.
5 Angry Men is deep on the right side here.
They got it, but, I mean, there's 3 of them. They couldn't really stop it. Wolfie can't be too thrilled about that. And now Rush actually has a level lead. You know, Wolfie's diving into the tower, didn't prove worth, and now he has hit level 14 wave to wave, but he does the damage onto that tower there. Wolfie might be in some trouble here.
Yeah, I mean, there's this tower's going down. There's really not much you can do about it. You'd have to find they blink into a 2-man Fearless when the Aphrodite ultimate was already been used or some craziness. So it's pretty much a free tower here for the boys of 5 Bigger Men. Still tagged them down to frag as Pern, it looks like, but a nice tower for them, and that's going to pull the gold lead a little bit closer.
All right, now so pushing over towards the left side. Madman Mark takes some damage. You can see Allied just completely undeterred by this Uller. And I think this kind of plays to why they're letting him through. Uller really has a hard time with certain matchups, and it seems like Allied has figured out that Scylla is definitely one of them. I mean, what is he to do here? Madman Mark can't chase him down. He doesn't have the effects to really chase Sentinel. And if he gets caught by Sikkim, he takes 60-70% of his health.
Yeah, that's right. Thor is in the air. They're going in on Madman. Mark's in a lot of trouble. There's going to be a stun. Yes, I'm a monster hits. Nolan's a 2-man on the way back. That combo is godlike into the duo lane. They need much better warding on this side of the map to avoid this. You can see only one ward placed, and it's up near the blue buff on the Chaos side. Just not an effective placement to stop Thor. He's going to be coming from the Gold Fury area more often than not. Wards win wars. Wards find kills there, as you see. Also want to point out here, TM, Jeremy. Jeremy's fingers are bejeweled and encrusted as he has both the Telkine ring and the tonic.
I think I would have liked to see the Telkine come out first, but Pain de Vion just gets immediately picked up. Pernicus rotates in, but if he decides to get handsy even in the tiniest bit, he is going to get blown to smithereens by now the level 14 Allied and Xing, who have put a lot of damage onto the table here. Let's take a look at the damage here coming out from Allied. You can see him at 6,500 damage, almost doubling everyone else on his team. Same thing coming out actually from Mace at the face, something that we saw a lot when he played Zhang Kuei in his heyday. 6,700 damage coming out, putting him on top overall.
Having the agility running on Mace as well here, so they're looking to stay pretty aggressive, it appears, rule the 5 angry men. And they do seem to have the superior team fight. As long as that Storm Call from Chalk doesn't hit everybody, they should be winning. Isn't
it crazy how Zhang Kuei is doing pretty well right now against one of the best mids? Oh, Madman Mark! Gone. But like I was saying, he
probably a madman.
I mean, Zhang is doing pretty well this game. I mean, take a look. He's 2-0-0. Decent farm, decent experience. Can you ever believe that he used to have like 7 more things that made him better than what he currently is? He used to heal himself and his teammates and have CC immunity and do more damage. I'm a monster going up there. Allies looking for it. He's trying to bait it. Will he find it? He does not.
Pern gets stunned out. Xing continues to play very, very in sync with Allied. They're going to save him. Pern cannot continue in there. And so it's a hold for the 5 angry men. Mace to the face and rotate in. Take a lot of damage from Jeremy. There's Xing ultimate available as well. And that should be all she wrote for the big, fat Chinese man, as Mace to the face will take a spill. Tough proposition to go up against Xing.
Wolfie finds Pernicus in the background. Pain has nowhere to go. Snipe is just running over these guys. 2-13 right now, as Snipe just controls 4,500 gold, 9,600 experience, only going to get bigger. Tower goes down, Undying Love comes up, and that's going to be a free objective push.
They'll take mid lane here as well. Scylla's going to push this one right into the tower. She can clear out this next wave. It's going to be a pretty simple push for them. If not going down, it'll get extremely low as the second wave comes in. The rotations from Aphrodite. Taking a look at Rush, though. No MS really outside of his boots, and Allied will shove this wave in. It could be in a little trouble, I guess, if, you know, somehow gets tower aggro with his back off. He will, but he won't even take a shot off of it. Now Rush going to take half of his health in return, but we'll save the tower for the moment.
So, top side, Xing going to be going for speed buff, continue his rotations. Xing has done a great job of keeping himself level in this game. Level 16, tied with Allied right now, comparatively to both Pernicus and Madman Mark sitting at level 14. So there's a huge advantage there. Mace falling 2 levels behind, and Wolfie actually catching himself up and putting himself ahead, 17-16. Though Rush is highest gold on his team at 8180 right now, Wolfie is sitting at over 9,300 as he attempts to push into the tier 1.
And he's going to find significant damage here, as Thor is there as well to help zone out. They know he's there via the ward, so they're going to have to play this a little bit passively. Actually, they're going to notice Thor rotating back to the mid lane. The ward coverage is still there. He's kind of just floating around, and the threat of the Thor global, or semi-global, enough to stop too much aggression. He's going to find a stun out in the mid lane. He's going to Berserker Barrage in. The stun actually going to miss. No Mjolnirs are 2 minutes to try to pick up that kill, but it will be enough to force Mace into a fairly awkward position. Xing going to take the mid tower just like that, and Snipe has pulled ahead by 6,500 gold DM.
That's a big deal. I mean, especially given the fact that we're only 18 minutes into this game. Pain's in trouble. Pain's down. I'm a monster just raining hell. Ally just putting every point of damage that he can on the board. He's now sitting over 10,000 damage. First player to do it as Xing finds a kill onto Mace to the face. He could have been the second, but take a look at Xing right now at 8,800. Level 17 right now, which means Berserker Barrage is maxed. Mjolnir's Attunement is maxed. Anvil of Dawn is level 4. and Tectonic Rift will stun long enough to get the combo off.
And the second gold period of the game is going to go the way of Snipe. That lead now inching ever closer to 10K. One more pick means the Fire Giant, it looks like, at this point in the game, especially if Wolfie elects for some kind of super aggressive blink in here. The team backup is going to be there shortly. Wolfie, you going to go? No, it doesn't look like he's going to. Magi's Blessing going to get removed as Rush goes out that kiss. And they look like they're just kind of going to zone them from this red buff here. Rush can't pick it up. Bakasura are going to have to fall back and grab that one. And we'll be happy to oblige and do so. Wolfie's Magi is coming back up now in the right side lane. He should be pretty safe to stay here at pressure. And Snipe perfectly content to fall back and farm.
And I mean, why not? They really don't have any commitments to this point. They don't want to push anything right now in case of, maybe they go for the sneaky Fire Giant. They don't want to go for Fire Giant because that's probably where the game is thrown the most. Trying to fight for a Fire Giant early and having the enemy team steal it away and then counter the initiation. Just by them running around the map, clearing the jungle, getting every point of experience they can, and then engaging, increases their overall opportunity to end the game as early as possible. Speaking of which, Xing is up. Pain has taken too much damage, raining down. Madman's going to take way too much. Oh, but those beads were good because that Mjolnir would have finished him.
Yeah, Pain and going to blink out of there as well on the Odin, so not much threat of initiation for the moment. Pern is here, but Pern can't fight. It doesn't look like mid lane as well. Jean going to be chased out. Wolfie's going to hit him with the Lawbringer into the Fearless Shade, but it's beads out by Mace. In comes the Aphrodite. That should be enough to save his life for the moment. But Incon and Wolfie still pretty much full of health and no real important cooldowns used besides that Lawbringer. In the meantime, Snipe pressuring the left side as well, where they're finding a lot of damage onto this tower. Jerby with a big time in hand, as well as Allied. Both their Polynomicons will be doing a lot of damage to structure. Oh, that's a good ring by Pain to be on the stuck.
Jerby's going to open. He's going to be stuck inside the cage. He did not have the time to get out. Jerby gets a stun off, but it's not going to be in time, and he will go down as Allied attempts to escape here. Xing is ready to go, as is Wolfie, just protecting the team. One of the first kills that we've seen in a long time coming out from the boys on 5 a.m., but unfortunately, it's really not a target they are too worried about. I mean, getting Jerby down, he is level 20, but at this point in the game, they're not looking for single target pushes. They're looking for AoE damage and bursting them down. They don't have enough defense right now on 5 a.m. to really contest them, especially with how much damage that Xing and Allied can put out. If they don't find Xing or Allied in a fight, it's still, in my opinion, not a one engagement. The tower still took damage. They had to use a lot of ultimates, and really, they're not losing too much farm for it.
DM, it's a tough position for the 5 Angry Men right now.
Yeah.
Down to their final 3 towers, 3 kills to 15. They're down by, well, they battle back a bit here, but still down by about 7,000 gold. They have basically no map control right now. There's very, very deep wards for Snipe. Very aggressive warding so far by them. They have their sentry already down to Fire Giant. They're pretty ready to fight, to be honest with you. And this Scylla-Thor combination has been very, very strong. And looking at how much 5 Angry Men has to respect this, you got to look at 1, 2, 3 beads maxed out and 1 more beads at rank 2. I mean, that's 3,000 gold invested in just trying to not instantly explode to the Scylla-Thor combo.
Well, 5 a.m. finds their first structure over in the left side. You see the tier 1 has been taken down, throwing 500 to the coffers, but that's not going to do a lot to deter, as it looks like Snipe is going to counter that with the Fire Giant.
And as well they should, because it's a easy free steal for them. Aphrodite, the only one even in the area. Good map awareness there, as we mentioned. They're warding. Checking out those buff cans, realizing that there's no farming going on. They know they're on the left side of the map and might as well take it. In the meantime, Mark will find a bit of a split push on the left side here. He's going to find this tower, but he needs to be careful. There's a Thor ultimate in the air. If not him, Bakasura going to be one. Just missing his Xing. They could have maybe attempted to go on a Baka there instead, but not.
Xing saved the tower. Impressive.
Look at there go.
Look at that. Xing, level 19 right now, tied with Wolfie. Allied, level 18 as well, who is tied with even the highest levels over on 5 a.m. side. Painted beyond 3 levels behind. Madman Arc 2 levels behind. I mean, this is not a good place for them to be in at this point, especially considering that at this point in the game, while of course Thor has fallen off, Thor has Fire Giant buff comparatively to Bakasura, who has fallen off and has no major push potential in him. I mean, Shinsai's, Haste, and Fatalis, but aside from that, I mean, he's not going to be able to get as many hits off he's going to like. If he pushes into a fight, he could just immediately die.
Yeah, Thor's doing true damage right now. More or less with the Jotun's Wrath and Titan.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, you know, Berserker Mirage is going to hit you for 700-800 damage if he channels the whole thing. It's, you know, he's doing a little bit better job of scaling at the moment, although Perd with the Chins and Fatalis done. His real problem is he's going to have a hard time sticking to targets given his HP.
So the kisses are getting switched up here. It's going to be sent onto Bakasura. Incon diving deep right now. Stormcall going to hit 3 very important targets, and they will be slowed out. I'm a Monster will whiff completely as Rush trying to find something. But Wolfie moving forward. Finds Madman Mark in the back. Rewind goes off. Jerby's back to full health. No, there's a 2-man on the back end. It's going to find Pernicus and bring him down. This is going to be it here, guys. I don't see 5 Angry Men going to be able to hold off Snipe for much longer as all 5 of them sustain through the fight, find 4 huge kills, and now they're going to push for objectives.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be an easy hold here. Phoenix is going to be falling certainly to the question of how many makes the face. The only one alive. 7 seconds for Pen to be on, so they'll have some of their beefier targets up to try to defend this, but they won't have really great lane clear, which is going to be tough considering the minions streaming in. It's just Incon and Allied in the right side, but the double Polynomicon, you know, I mean, both these Phoenix can take a lot of damage as the abilities come out. Mid goes down as left goes down as well. Incon still give a lot of damage here while Xing throws in the Berserker Barrage as well in the mid lane. Phoenix is down in 2 lanes now. Titan exposed. DM Snipe with a commanding lead here, 25 minutes into the game.
Yeah, 14K. That's just the gold. 22,000 experience, of course, which is starting to get mitigated. But there's no one above level 18 right now on 5 Angry Men, whereas there's only one person who's level 18 left on Snipe. And that even might change here as, again, they're going for the Gold Fury. I think this isn't really to increase their lead so much as to prevent them from gaining any amount of gold themselves over on 5 Angry Men. That will increase to over 15,000 gold right now. I mean, you take a look at the builds, we have a Titan's Bane already up on Wolfie, as well as Chin Size. No Joke Drath actually picked up Jerby, Polynomicon, Telkine's Ring, Demonic Grip, full in-hand damage right now for Jerb, and he's going to start and finish the Rod of Tahuti. Xing, Shifter Shield is up, 2 levels of Magi's on top of the Titan's Bane, Joke Drath, Allied, Divine Ruin online to try to stop some of what Rush is bringing to the table, and then
He's just building every lifesteal item.
Incon's just unkillable, and you're right. Yeah, he has every lifesteal item. That's awesome.
He might build Pythags as well. We'll see.
Do it.
I mean, why not cap it out? Have fun. Also, look at this Wolfie's build here, man. He's got 2 capes, a hammer, and 2 swords. The man is decked out.
I don't think he understands how capes work.
You know, you can stack them, I guess. He's got the Magi's Blessing and, of course, the Height of the Urchin.
That would be an interesting mechanic. Only 1 cape.
Only one cape slot.
All right, so we're pushing up to the left side. The last objective on the map currently for Snipe to contend is going to be this left Phoenix. Pain to Beyond level 14 does not have the defense really or offense to deal with this. Mjolnir's Attunement going to do a lot there, but as you can see, Thor's damage starting to fall off. Not going to do the 80 to 90%.
They used the Aphrodite ultimate there to deal with Mjolnir's Attunement damage, which means this fight is pretty much a guaranteed win for Snipe.
Yeah, I mean, look what's happening. Pernicus is in the backline right now, but I mean, he's getting some damage onto Wolfie, but how long can this last?
Getting a lot of damage. Wolfie healing it back up.
Oh my God, Wolfie!
I mean, yeah, he does a great job. He just stalls them out there, lets the team buy enough time with his heal, and that's going to be the game now in favor of Snipe. I mean, all things told, it was a pretty dominant performance the whole time by Snipe, and they're going to just fire me and stream in all lane. Wonderful play by Snipe Gaming here. They look like maybe the team to beat this week. That was really impressive and very unorthodox, which makes you feel very bullish about their ability to beat some of the top 2 teams in North America. It looks maybe is this Snipe's week DM?
Man, well, we've seen them play over the past couple of weeks. I mean, they've done very, very well for themselves, but it hasn't equated to the wins that they were looking for in the finals. This week, after that play, they're most likely going to be going up against Cognitive next. I haven't seen the bracket, but if I was a betting man, and I am, by the way, Bart, if you're interested.
It looks like, yeah, you're going to have Snipe versus Cog. Cog takes out Return.
Right.
And your other side of the round of 4, it's going to be the winner of Game Changers, Critosaurus versus Dignitas Torch.
You know, this is actually the 3rd week in a row that we've not seen the top 8 seeds make it to the quarters. Whereas it looks like our was this the 10th or 7th seed Victoria's Secret fell first round to Return. They also beat 10th seed Paragon Gaming, so we have a 26 seed in the round of 8 right now, which is a very impressive feat. They're going up right now against Cognitive. But I want to check this replay out.
Yeah, triple kill by tier here. It's just, they just made it look really easy, to be honest with you. It's just fantastic play by Snipe. Here he comes with the Lawbringer. That's his first kill. There's the Thor ultimate into the second for Wolfie. There's his double, and then he's going to rotate back in here and find one final kill just for the sake of doing it. Onto Mace the Face, and this is where, sorry, not on the Mace, onto the rotating Aphrodite. But, you know, this is really what breaks the game wide open here. And then they go from this into both of the Phoenixes in the mid and the left side lane, and then kind of roll down the right. And the game there, I mean, it was lost really by that Mjolnir's attunement forcing out the Aphrodite ultimate. I mean, Undying Love used to stop a 2 basics. So.
And the worst part is that the Mjolnir's attunement already connected.
That's right. Yeah, it already done his damage. And they were just worried that he was going to get stunned and dumped on, so they went ahead and blew the ultimate, which means that you just saw all the ultimates come out right after that. Once Undying Love was out, it was like Thor started ulting, and the whole team dove.
So really, first of all, was Sun Wukong banned at any point?
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't think he was. I know Bastet. I know Zeus. Hunbots.
No ban on
no
Wukong.
ban. So he made it through, and then they still allowed Wolfie to get tier.
Maybe these guys are
honestly, that's
playing
a
too much
big
BTS.
That's a big play right there from Snipe, because they got one of the main gods on one of the strongest players, and they let go one of the top supports in favor of a different support in case they had an idea for the counter match. And this is where Snipe's going to benefit, because Allied doesn't have to play hunters. He plays mages in that role. He has a good Freya, he has an amazing Nuwa, and apparently has a brilliant Scylla. Wolfie can play anyone in the solo lane. Shing probably has the largest jungle repertoire right now at top level. And then Incontinentia's playing Chalk successfully.
Chalk drafted over Sun Wukong.
That's craziness.
Well, hell. We do have our next game ready to go. It looks like Team Dignitas has won out over Torch. Game Changers took out Critosaurus as well. Critosaurus, shout out to them, making it to the round of 8 yet again this week. But it's going to be Game Changers versus Team Dignitas. On the other side, it's going to be Cog versus Snipe, and we'll know our grand finals just after this, guys. Don't go anywhere. Next matchup is on its way for the round of 4. Team Dignitas versus the Game Changers. For DM, I'm hi-rez. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with our round of 4 match.